Hello and welcome to my candy cane countdown to Christmas. I thought it would be really fun over the course of November and December to just share with you a little peek into our lives and what we do in the kind of cosy November and December months, and also how I go about preparing for Christmas to try and stay organised, keep it as calm but fun as possible, and just to share with you basically the things that I've learned over the years and built up to make Christmas a really fun time. So if that's something you'd like to see, then stick around. So it's November the 1st as I record this. I've just finished my workout. It's a Monday, so I've gotten back to the workout program that I'm doing. I'm on week 2 of 4. Really loving this new program that I'm trying out. I've got my post-workout, so I have a little shake afterwards just to help my muscles recover because I've been doing some dumbbell lifting today. Finn's now in the living room, he's playing in his playpen. I'm about to get the kitchen tidied up. It's a little bit of a mess because it was Halloween last night. We had family over, we had a lot of fun. I'm going to share some clips with you in this video of what our house looked like and what we got up to. So yeah, I'm going to give the kitchen a bit of a clean, get Finn's breakfast ready, and then on with the day. So cheers. Oh, I love this post-workout chocolate milkshake flavour. I'm rewinding to just before Halloween and a quick trip to TK Maxx, found some Ray Dunn, that was fabulous, took Finn with me, and then we went on another trip. So Finn and I have come out to Tesco's, gonna have a little look around, gonna pick up some goodies for Halloween to make sure we've got some sweets in for anybody who comes around trick or treating, but also I'm gonna have a look at the Halloween decor and at the Christmas decor and actually gift ideas that are starting to come into the stores now. So let's go shop. Although the purpose of the trip was to get Halloween goodies, I kind of got waylaid in the Christmas section first. Look at those Costa mugs. Really love those. I was very tempted. So I had a good browse in this Christmassy section. Got some Disney stuff too. Everywhere seems to be getting Disney branded things in now. I love it. That's a gin kit there and some fabulous hot chocolate mug melts. There was a lot of different varieties of hot chocolate kits too that I loved. We've got Coca-Cola goodies, little gnome hot chocolate kit there with mug, and then these little almost like frying pans to make brownies or cookies, and loads of games. I mean, there's always games at Christmas, isn't there? I love all the theming of them. Next up was advent calendars. I love wreaths, but I probably won't get a chocolate advent calendar this year. I'm going to be good. Now, we have no idea how many people are going to come trick-or-treating this year for Halloween. Last year it was significantly less, obviously with the circumstances as they are, significantly less than normal, but in previous years we've had well over 100 kiddies come. I always keep a chalkboard tally every Halloween night of how many people have come to our door. So this year, just in case, I wanted to make sure I had plenty of sweeties. So I've got this bag, I've got this Haribo party box and Swizzle's Sweet Shop favourites. I got these from Tesco. They've got a really good deal on Halloween sweeties, so hopefully we are not going to run out this year. I feel like our kitchen is quite an area to tackle in terms of tidying at the moment. So this is the conservatory area of our kitchen, and at the moment we've got a lot of storage boxes out. Down here are some boxes that have Valentine's, spring and summer decor in. I want to do some nice Ray Dunn font style labels to go on them so that when they go away in storage it's easy to find them. So we've got those. I've got my laminator there to be able to make those signs. Then here I've got Halloween box, so I need to, as I'm filming this, it's a few days before Halloween, so that's going to go out as I decorate for Halloween. There's a summer box, some flowers that I bought from Primark this year. I'll use them next summer, possibly in a wreath or just to put out. I've got my Halloween school glasses there that I'll be using probably from tonight I imagine. Some Halloween storage signs. These are the kind of signs I was talking about. So I've got this font that I can use. I downloaded it. It's kind of a Ray Dunn-esque style font. And then I print it out and then run it through the laminator and use those to put on the storage boxes. This box here is for birthday type items, so I probably keep this one in the house rather than storing it. We keep all of our storage in the loft in our garage, but this one, because I probably need it a little bit often, I will probably keep it in the house. A little sneak peek of some Christmas goodies I bought this year. And then here is all of the bottles that have been brought in from our outside bar. So as we've been packing down after the summer, getting ready for the winter to cozy up inside, I don't like to leave everything outside throughout the winter. So these all come inside. My dad actually did this for me when he was over last week, and he cleaned all the bottles. They're all nice and clean. I literally just need to put those away. I keep them in the cupboards that we have in our dining room. So, and then here we have a tremendous amount of empty cardboard boxes. The reason these are stacked up in the house is because we have some things we want to sell online, and we need them for packaging, but we also will be throwing quite a lot of these away once we've worked out which ones we need. So quite a lot to get done in the kitchen in terms of tidying, but I definitely want to have all of this done by December so that we're nice and tidy in the run up to Christmas. And now it's time to put some more spooky decorations up around the house. This little pumpkin man was a new addition this year. He lights up. And these, I think I bought these last year. I decided to put them inside instead of outside because it was very windy outside. Got the sweeties ready in these 2 buckets by the door. And then these signs were new additions last year. Happy Halloween. And then on the other side, boo! I have to say Finley loves that sign. I've got this spooky lantern on our console table. I normally put battery powered tea lights in there. I got this skull on my Tesco trip and actually gave it to David as an anniversary gift because it's full of chilies, and this one's chili and salt flakes, but great theming. And then this little ghosty was from a couple of years back and he lights up. What better on Halloween than a pumpkin spice latte, a pumpkin cookie, and this spooky eyeball cupcake? We loved it. I really love all things theatrical, and one of the things that I experimented with the last year was creating a spooky sound recording to play outside in our little front garden that people could hear. So we had a kind of like a tube set up from our front door to our front gate, which was barred off. It's kind of our way of doing Halloween, but COVID safe. So we had this tube that we dropped sweets down when they pushed the doorbell. So I created this spooky recording that basically played on a loop, taunting people to push the doorbell. So I thought I'd show you this year exactly how I recorded it and got the sound effect, because I decided that I wanted to do a longer one for this year and redo it. And so I'm kind of trying to remember on the fly as I go how I did it, but I've got a pretty good idea. It involved an iPhone using the voice note function, and then my MacBook with the free iMovie software that comes with Macs, and basically playing around with the sound after I'm recording it, and then exporting it as an MP3 file, which I can then AirPlay from my MacBook to a Bose speaker that I have that I put outside near where people come up to our front gate. So I'm going to get to it and you can see exactly how I do it. So I'm opening voice memos on my phone. I'm literally going to push, if you'll be able to see, that's what it looks like. I'm just going to push record an audio and push stop at the end. It's as simple as that. So let's give this a go. Got to try and think of some spooky things to say. I'm a witch, I'm kind of a spooky witch, a little bit of a Disney haunted house vibe as well, with the lady who goes hurry back, so wish me luck, here I go. Well, hello children. Why don't you push the doorbell? We'd love to see you. Go on, push that button. There's lots of us here to entertain you. Hurry back. Hurry back. Happy spooky Halloween. It's just a bit of fun really. And now that was just over 5 minutes long. So the next thing that I'm going to do is send it to my MacBook using AirDrop, which is why I kind of love Apple products. Everything is so easy and so integratable. So I've got the recording on my phone. I'm actually just going to take a second to rename it, because that way when I come back another time I will know what it is. And I feel like I'm still talking in the witch's voice. So Halloween gate recording 2021. Okay, so that's that done. So then I just need to send it. Just put an AirDrop here somewhere. There we go, share. Corinna's MacBook Pro. And there it is, it's on my computer. Over on my computer I opened up iMovie, and the first thing I did was put some background into the editing area so that I had something to rest my soundtrack against. I then got my soundtrack and popped it into the editing area, and then simply selected the soundtrack, went up here to audio effects and selected large room. And that's all you need to do to get the echoey effect that I'm after. Why don't you push the doorbell? Why don't you push the doorbell? So that is pretty much how I twist my voice to make it sound all echoey. Then I use some iMovie free sound effects such as thunderclaps and door creaks to add in a little bit of extra effect here and there. And I also added in some music. I think I used music from Harry Potter and the Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween track, which sounded amazing, but of course that does mean that unfortunately I can't play it for you on here so that you can hear what the finished product sounded like because of copyright reasons. So I'm sorry about that, but needless to say it did sound amazing on the night. And I set my speaker up right at the front of our garden, hidden in a hedge, so people could hear it as they were walking past. And we had lots of people pushing the doorbell, so nobody missed the doorbell, and it was great. It worked really well and sounded really spooky. It's time to head out to the front and show you how we decorate our front garden. We always have these banners that I put up with various different wordings on them. They always look pretty cool. We've also got Christmas fairy lights that we keep up all year round, but we turn them on at Halloween. This is the front gate where we have the tube that we pass sweets down. We put a doorbell on that gate above and signs to suggest people push it. And then I've got a plug-in doorbell that goes inside so I can hear whenever anyone pushes the doorbell, and we can come and throw them some sweeties. They just have to put their hand in that little tub and get the sweeties as they come down. We've got this cute little ghosty hanging up on the window. I was a bit worried he might get torn in the wind, but he survived the night, so that was awesome. Back inside, and I laid the dining table ready for our Halloween dinner. Got our light up pumpkin going there. There's how the sideboard looks. And I've got this Halloween table confetti. our skull glasses, and also this spooky candelabra with the spider's web. I very often don't actually burn the candles, but I always love how it looks. I love dressing up the dining room with themes. Doesn't it look fantastically spooky? Love it. As we headed into Halloween night, my sister brought over these amazing biscuits that they baked. Aren't they the cutest? The other thing that I love to do is make us some spooky Halloween cocktails. Got my More Booze Please martini glass with a passion fruit martini in it, and these worms, I love putting those in for a little bit of dramatic effect. In the skull glass I made a lemony gin and tonic. You can see the snakes that I used there. The evening of Halloween itself went by really fast and I didn't manage to get that many photos or videos, but I'm just going to insert a few here so that you can see what it looked like by night. Come inside! Hello, witches, wizards and ghouls. It's become our Halloween tradition to chalk up every time we get a trick-or-treater, and it was the grand total of 127 this year. Amazing. Well, that's Halloween done and dusted for this year. We had so much fun getting ready, setting up all of the decorations and the fun drop zone at our front door for giving out all the treats to the kiddies. And we had so many trick-or-treaters. I think it was 127 at last count. It was lovely to have my parents here and my sister, brother-in-law and niece pop by and dropped in too. We had a bit of mulled wine and some sweeties and just generally a fabulous evening. Next, here in the UK, I tend to turn my attention to Bonfire Night. If you've never heard of what Bonfire Night is, it's a UK tradition basically many years ago, and I'm probably going to slaughter the history of this, but many years ago there was this guy called Guy Fawkes, and he was basically the front man of a plot to blow up the Houses of Parliament while government was sitting in it. He was discovered, they uncovered the plot before the Houses of Parliament were blown up, clearly, because they still stand today, but all of the gunpowder was found underneath in a vault underneath the Houses of Parliament, so it was a close call. And when Guy Fawkes was found out, the whole country was told about it, and they all came out into the streets to celebrate the fact that Guy Fawkes had been caught and the Houses of Parliament weren't blown up. And that's where the tradition of Bonfire Night came from. It's on the 5th of November, and people lit bonfires and they made effigies of Guy Fawkes and threw him on the bonfire. And since then, that tradition has carried on year on year, and over time the fireworks have been added to that. So these days, lots of families have Bonfire Night mini displays and create their own fireworks in their back gardens, but also there are some huge professional displays that you can buy tickets to go to, and it becomes like an event. So there'll be a big bonfire, sometimes there's even a fair, there'll be food and drink, and then there'll be a big finale firework display. So Bonfire Night is on the 5th of December, and I tend to turn my attention to that. And then in terms of home decor, I'm slowly starting to try and build up a small display that I can use for Remembrance Day. So I bought a poppy wreath to go on the front door last year, and I will be using that again this year. And then I want to do like a wartime memorabilia display. I don't really have any coffee station mugs or anything that particularly fits in keeping with wartime or Remembrance Day, but I'm going to have a look around the house, have a look through a fancy dress even that I've got, and see if I've got any pieces that I can just create a small but tasteful Remembrance Day display. And then after that I shall be jumping headfirst into all things Christmas, and that'll be Christmas decorations, tree, definitely kitchen and coffee station area, just delving into all of that. I bought some wonderful things last year, some of which I didn't get to use because they were mail order and they didn't arrive until after Christmas, so I'm really excited about using those for the first time this year. And I've bought a couple of pieces already new to me this year that I will be sharing with you on this channel. So there's lots of good stuff to come in the candy cane countdown. I hope that you're excited for Christmas. I know it's only November as this gets posted, but I think a lot of people I've noticed are turning their attention towards Christmas now, and I don't think it's too soon to be able to be talking about it. So if you've got any things that you'd like to see over the next couple of months from me in terms of decor or anything Christmas, then just let me know and I'll have a think about how I can film that for you. I'm going to say bye for now, and if you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. See you soon. Coming soon.